Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis, we are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fighting his way through contact. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action. Now Richardson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Richardson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Again on the ground with Hunter. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper using his legs to hurt him. First down. This is Hunter. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early on this drive, and they're taking it into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw on second down. Howard gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Howard looking to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Cochran. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go up the middle with Campbell. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Off play action, Richardson. That is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Richardson back to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Richardson off the play fake. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Right there, Hurts.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Howard to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nolan Smith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
To throw is Howard on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now 3rd down and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control of that. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Hunter trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down Broadway. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied area. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Howard. And that one too wide and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Howard. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Howard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howard now on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Colts. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? Trying to chase it.
Extra point splits the offense. We've got a tie game here. Back and forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was...
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Howard looking to throw on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's Howard throwing on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Cochran. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Howard on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 65 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. The kidder here is complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Hunter. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First and 10, it's Richardson. He completes it to Hunter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. Now it's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Hunter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down now. It's Hunter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. To throw is Howard on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down, Howard flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Campbell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Howard. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hunter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Hey, Chad. 19-18.
Richardson looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hunter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Richardson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the move to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On the run, it's Campbell. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here this AFC title game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with the big man Campbell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And now they'll shift things around. Howard now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Looking to throw. Howard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates, and boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Now a second and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What a great coach. He said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, here's Richardson. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now look out. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun. Howard over the middle, complete. That's Cochran. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Campbell, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He's got room to roam. Yeah, he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Richardson to the air on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And fights him off. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's fourth and long.
Check smash, check smash.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he is caught into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle they go. It's Hunter, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He finds his man complete. That's Hunter. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. On third down, Hunter. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's 1st and goal. Now Richardson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially
if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Third down and goal coming up here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one, is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This ball intercepted. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here we go. Check.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Colts are champions of the AFC as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.